I took the first flight out of Joburg to Cape Town. I landed in Cape Town, and instead of heading straight to my accommodation, I was out here rushing through the quiet streets of the city center, trying to get to OMS as soon as they opened. But I wasn't there to buy a camera, I was hiring one, the DJI Osmo Pocket 3. I'm in Cape Town for the next 3 days for the Africa Tech Week Festival. I have this tiny gimbal camera in my pocket, and this was my test. Could this Pocket 3 actually replace carrying a heavy camera for travel? What's up guys, my name is Alexis. Welcome to I'll Explain It, and today I'll be taking tech outside of the studio and using it in a real life setting in my new series called In-ConTECHst. Name still pending. But let's start it up with the DJI Osmo Pocket 3 in Cape Town. In this video, I'm not just rattling off specs. I'll share how it performed in real life, and I talk about the good, the frustrating, and why it might be the perfect camera for shy vloggers like me. So let's get into it. Day one was rough. Straight from OMS, I had to rush to Century City Conference Center for the Africa Tech Week conference. That's where it was being held. From rushing between Ubers, getting registered, listening to the different tech topics, and just trying to settle in, I barely touched the Osmo Pocket 3. But I do have footage of the conference on my Instagram stories, so be sure to check it out. Later that night though, at my accommodation, curiosity got the better of me and I started testing out the features. Here's a quick unboxing. I got the DJI Osmo Pocket 3 Creator Combo, and it comes with this very cute carry bag. In the bag, we have the Osmo Pocket 3 and a protective cover, an additional battery handle, a handle with a 1/4-inch thread, a DJI Mic 2 in shadow black, the Osmo mini tripod, a Type-C to C cable, a wrist strap, a windscreen for the DJI Mic 2, and the Osmo Pocket 3 wide-angle lens. The Creator Combo is pretty cool, and I love the inclusion of the DJI Mic 2. Hello, what up? Testing out the mic. What does it sound like? Mic check. But all this doesn't come free, and I will break down the price later on in the video. So I started flipping the screen, trying the face tracking, and even setting it down to see if it could keep me in frame as I moved around the room. That's when I saw its real party trick. ActiveTrack 6.0. The camera locked into me and followed me smoothly. It's as if I had a personal cameraman behind the device. And for someone who doesn't like being that person with a giant camera pointing at themselves, this felt very effortless. It was fast. Within seconds, it powered on and I was recording. I began to understand why people rave about the DJI Osmo Pocket 3. Anyway, I had to pop it on the charger to prepare for the next day. So day 2 of the conference was make or break and super busy. I had interviews lined up with startup founders in very noisy expo halls. Usually this is where you'd want a big rig, a big mic, and an assistant. But the Osmo Pocket 3 came in clutch, specifically the DJI Mic 2. The sound quality on these things is incredible. Outside it being paired out with the Pocket 3, this is a very, very good lapel mic. Although the Creator Combo comes with just one mic, the Pocket 3 can directly connect to 2 DJI Mic 2 transmitters, which is perfect for interview settings. Nevertheless, with my one mic, the voices cut through the chatter, any background noise, and sounded crystal clear.
Hey audience, I'm here. We're at Tech Week and it's amazing. So Loop has built a platform via WhatsApp, enabling people to pay via WhatsApp.
I used the Pocket 3 handheld and placed it on a table, and it didn't disappoint. The stability and the face auto detect, as well as the dynamic framing, are just so good, and you can really see the ActiveTrack 6.0 in action here. So I spent the rest of the conference taking videos, shots of the speakers, the panels, and footage, and it was really, really good. After the conference, I was exhausted, but fortunately, Cape Town sun sets super late, so I went down to the Sea Point promenade. I swear people in Cape Town aren't living in a South African reality. I mean, there were people jogging, rushing past, people walking their dogs, people flying kites and surfing. There were food trucks buzzing, and it's like 8 p.m. Man, Cape Town is so cool, man. I was like, am I in a movie? It's the best city for me in South Africa. Let me know what city is best for you in the comments below. Anyway, I digress. Here I was, walking with the Pocket 3 in my hands, and I didn't feel obnoxious at all. And taking it outside really gave me a chance to test out the camera. The footage was smooth and cinematic. This camera gives you the kind of freedom that you don't get when you are dragging around a tripod or setting up a bigger camera. And here's where that shy vlogger angle comes in again. It doesn't scream, "Look at me, I'm vlogging." It's just like you're holding a little gadget, blending into the crowd while you're still capturing very beautiful shots. One of my favorite features has to be the rotating 2-inch OLED touchscreen. In split seconds, it flips between horizontal and vertical shots, which is excellent for me because I take both vertical shots for TikTok, Instagram, or YouTube Shorts. And I also need horizontal footage for my actual YouTube videos. And the touchscreen makes it very easy to access various settings on the camera. It also has smart shooting modes that are also so cool, like SpinShot, where you can take a camera shot and the camera rotates either 90 degrees or 180 degrees. It was so cool. Other features like motion lapse and story mode make it a great device for cinematic landscape shots, like here, getting shots of the sunset along the beach looks so good. So low light is usually where small cameras crumble, but its 1-inch sensor surprised me. That night, I went to Strictly Soul at the Old Biscuit Mall. It was a very vibey music event. Those of you who know about it, you all know it's tier 1. And yes, the Pocket 3 may not be the best camera in the dark, but it's still more than impressive. Faces were clear, the colors popped, and with a little care, I got very good footage that I could actually post on Instagram. It wasn't flawless, but honestly, for something that fits in your jean pocket, this was really good. No one wants to be out here carrying around a ganda bag at a night market like your Master Roshi. I was very impressed. Unfortunately, the battery and the backup battery didn't last very long. I had a full day with it, so I didn't get much footage from Strictly Soul. By day 3, I had to wrap it up, get my friend to return the Osmo Pocket 3 at Ohms Direct, and head back to Joburg. Shout out to my girl G for being such a good host and helping out with the return. I was on the first flight back to Joburg, and here's what I learned from that whirlwind of a trip. So let's talk about the cost breakdown. To hire the Osmo Pocket 3 Creator Combo from Ohms Direct costs 580 Rand per day. I hired it for 3 days, so that racks up to 1,074 Rand in total. And to buy the Creator Combo would cost you around 16,700 to about 17,000, depending on where you buy it from. But you can always downgrade and get the DJI Osmo Pocket Standard Combo. That's without the bells and whistles, no mic, no carry bag, nothing. It's just the camera, and that's for around 13,000 Rand. But honestly, the Creator Combo is more value for your money. So for me, the DJI Osmo Pocket 3's strength is in its convenience. It slips into your pocket or into your bag, switches on instantly, and you immediately can record footage that looks so stabilized it's almost as if you used a bigger camera. But the trade-offs are real. First of all, the battery isn't great. Yes, it supports fast charging, but it drains just as fast. I went through both battery packs every day, and I still had to manage my usage just so I don't finish it prematurely. The camera in low light also has limits, but still, to an extent, it's very good. This camera makes sure you actually capture your trip. So instead of leaving your camera in your bag because it feels too much or too bulky, this is the perfect camera to carry around. I'm going to rate the DJI Osmo Pocket 3 9 out of 10. For shy vloggers like me, it's great. It doesn't draw any attention. You just pull it out and you can quietly record and capture whatever footage you want to capture. Hiring the Osmo Pocket 3 from Ohms was the perfect way for me to test it before buying. And honestly, after Cape Town, I'm convinced that this actually earns a place in my creator kit. It may not be a replacement for a bigger camera, but it's super convenient. If you found this review/vlog helpful and entertaining, don't forget to like this video and drop a comment so other people can see it. And don't forget to subscribe to I'll Explain It for more tech in context. And I'll see you in the next one.